Hello. For those who don't know me, I'm Brother Sean, Father Ted to his friends from the sitcom, that wonderful TV program of three Catholic priests and their housekeeper in a parish in a remote part of Western Ireland. An hilarious comedy. This short video is a reflection from the heart. Trust me with your love. It's not referring to a sexual love. It's really a cry from the heart of God. Not the God that's being portrayed by religion, where you become enslaved to a mindset that's fear and guilt driven, but to an omnipresent, omnipotent, loving, selfless Creator. Allow me read to you the beautiful Psalm 138, which we said in morning prayer this morning. And the theme of the psalm is the Lord sees all things. And as they say in colloquialism today, you better believe it, honey. Oh Lord, you search me and you know me. You know my resting and my rising. You discern my purpose from afar. You mark when I walk or lie down. All my ways lie open to you. Before ever a word is on my tongue, you know it, O Lord, through and through. Behind and before me, you besiege me. Your hand ever laid upon me. Too wonderful for me this knowledge, too high beyond my reach. Oh, where can I go from your spirit? Oh, where can I flee from your presence? If I climb the heavens, you are there. If I lie in the grave, you are there. If I take the wings of the dawn and dwell on the sea's furthest end, even there your hand would lead me, your right hand would hold me fast. If I say, let the darkness hide me, and the light around me be night, even darkness is not dark for you, and the night is as clear as the day. This is an invitation from the psalmist to reawaken to your inner truth. It's a cry of the heart of a loving God to their children who've become besotted with self in an ego-driven world where basic values are now sacrosanct, that were sacrosanct, have become compromised by man's own deceitfulness. And what is so tragic today is that society are whinging and moaning about the awful things which are being done to them by the greedy bankers and the corrupt politicians. But where are the people of God, who are supposedly people of integrity? Where are the religious leaders of all faith traditions, Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, Baha'in, Judaic, Islamic, Christian? Are they asleep? Have they all gone off on a world cruise and left the children of God drowning in a culture of fear? The invitation in this short video is an invitation to trust love, to trust divine love. And here, the risen cosmic Christ channeled a message for all of us. Trust me in all your thoughts. I know that some thoughts are unconscious or semi-conscious, and I do not hold you responsible for those. But you can direct conscious thoughts much more than you may realize. Practice thinking in certain ways, trusting me, thanking me, and those thoughts become more natural. Reject negative or sinful thoughts as soon as you become aware of them. Don't try to hide them from me. Confess them and leave them with me, your God. Go on your way lightheartedly. This method of controlling your thoughts will keep your mind in my presence and your feet on the path of peace. There you have it. That is an open invitation to trust. Look, we all have many faces. We all have many skeletons in our cupboard. And I think it takes a man and a woman of absolute integrity to own up to that and say, yes, they have. You could be having a blazing argument with your partner and suddenly the doorbell rings and it's your friends you forgot were coming for dinner, or they were bringing a Kentucky meal or a Chinese takeaway, and you completely forgot. You immediately put on another face, another mask. Oh, come in, darling. How are you? Lovely to see you. Isn't that right, Peter JB? Yes, darling, so lovely. When you sit at the table, you suddenly get somebody kicking on your shins, and it's the Peter darling. So you see, none of us are immune from play acting different roles. But the one thing that is for sure, as night follows day, our skeletons, our masks, find us out. Oh yes, they do. And if we're a pompous, arrogant, conceited individual that enjoys notoriety and fame, the name in headlines, the center of attention, they feed off people's fear. Trust me, your sins will find you out. Maybe not now, but look what's happened with the bankers and this recent scare that we've had in the news where they've been fiddling the interest rates, where many decent, ordinary, hard-working people, our brothers and sisters, have lost their home, their business, their livelihood. Where is the people of God here when these grave injustices are being committed, where people who have a choice but choose the slippery slope of fame and greed, their days are numbered? And many people say to me, well, where is God? God is in the thick of this. He's inspiring the likes of you and me to do this video and to challenge us to come out of our cotton wool towers and to become real people and speak in charity. There's no use us having a conference, a breakfast conference, to talk about what they've done. Many are guilty here. Maybe I'm guilty for condoning it, but I will not take on board their blame and shame. I will pray for them that they see the error of their ways. But you know, the best way for us to be humbled if we are battling with an egoic identity is to be publicly humiliated. I remember a situation 16 years ago when I was publicly humiliated through the impact of mental illness, where a prescribed drug to help me deal with the death and dying of my dear, dear friend catapulted me into disinhibited, disassociated manic behavior. I did some crazy things, even running through the city streets of Dublin stark naked and running up debts to the tune of 22 grand while high as a kite. And by Jove, the time came when I had to face my demons. And though I felt ashamed of what I'd done when I was back in sound mind and body, but then my ego began to become morose and feel sorry for itself that many friends had rejected me. How could I do this to them? That's ego. But now I'm free. So there are no skeletons or demons in my life or in my cupboard. They've been resurrected, and now I trust love. I trust a loving God who speaks to my heart to choose to walk on the path of love, not fear.